Good morning, YouTube family. Welcome to Peggy Joe's Kitchen and welcome to my channel. This morning, I will be cooking some oatmeal. Good morning, YouTube family. Welcome to Peggy Joe's Kitchen and welcome to my channel. This morning, I will be cooking some oatmeal, and it's the Quaker Oat Quick 1-Minute Oats. I'll show you the ingredients and then we will get started. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be using the Quaker Oat Quick 1-Minute Oats. And I'm going to use, I'm just cooking enough for one person. So I'm going to use a half a cup of oats, 1 cup, well, I actually use 2 cups of water, and I'll show you why. And then I salt the water to taste. And once the oatmeal is done, I have several different sweeteners here, along with some cinnamon, and these are what I have. This is a really good one. This is the vanilla cinnamon sugar, and it's made by Adams. And then we have the McCormick cinnamon sugar. I like that too. I like them all, really. And then we have the apple pie flavored cinnamon sugar. And here we have just some some raw cane sugar. And then so far as artificial sweeteners, I have, this is like stevia. And then I have this one. It's made by New Naturals, and it's a white stevia powder. I'm going to use, like I said, 2 cups of water, and I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 cups of water into my pot. And I'll get that going. Okay, and then the other things that I have, the other ingredients that I have that you can use is some nice honey. You can top it with banana if you like. And here I have some cinnamon sticks, and you can take your grater and grate some fresh cinnamon if you like, and put that on your oatmeal. And so those are the ingredients, and you can use brown sugar or regular granulated white sugar if you like. These are just some of the ones that I had in the cupboard that I wanted to show you guys. You can top it with strawberries. You can top it with blueberries. I think I may have some. When it's done, I will show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to bring you guys back as soon as the water starts to boil, and then we will put our oats into the pot. Okay, so the water is boiling. I'm going to put just a little bit in my palm of salt. Okay, let's go ahead and put our oats into the pot. And I'm going to be showing you a technique where you were able to get the starch, most of the starch anyway, out of your oatmeal. So I'm using, I think it's like a half a cup, so to 2 cups of water, and that's just for one person. Okay, get your measuring cup, and make sure it's glass if you're going to do this technique, because this is really, really hot. So we're going to let the oatmeal foam up. And then I'll show you how to get the starch off. If you cover it for a few minutes, but you must stand and watch it. This is not something that you can walk away from because it'll boil over. Okay, so it's starting to, the starch is starting to rise to the top. And you can see there's plenty of starch. So you take your spoon and you skim that water off of it. And that's a lot of where the starch is. So you have to do that process a few times until the oatmeal is cooked. You don't want to cook it really dry. You want to leave some moisture in it. Especially if you're not going to put any milk or anything in it. And I'm not going to be putting any milk in mine this morning. Okay. So it's really a waiting game. You let the starch rise up, skim it off, top it up, let the starch rise up, skim it off, top it up. And you want to stir it too. And I'm doing this in real time, so hopefully it's not boring to you guys. It should be pretty informative. This is a technique that my father used to do, and I remember it as a little child. And the oatmeal always tasted really, really good. And see, the more that it cooks down, the more that you can see the starch. And look how much starch I'm taking off of it. That's why I put more water than what was needed. So basically, I guess you would say this is a washing technique, but I call it skimming off the starch. I'm going to start to turn the heat down, and I started cooking it out on high. Okay, it's coming up again. And see, there's a lot of starch. It's getting thicker and thicker. going to let it go one more time. In the meantime, I'm going to get my bowl and I'll show you how I do that. And at this point, I have my burner on medium low. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and skim one more time. All right. Okay, so I'm going to show you the consistency. And this is where this is the consistency that I have. And this is where I'm going to turn the burner completely off. But I'm going to let it continue to sit on the burner. And I'm going to put my bowl on top. And that way when I put my oatmeal in the bowl, it'll be going into a warm bowl. And I have a whole cup of water, of starch and water that I skimmed off of the oatmeal. All right, so while the oatmeal is resting and my bowl is warming on top of the pot, I wanted to mention to you guys, a lot of my friends, my lady friends from church, they were talking about, oh, I was telling them that I was eating oatmeal every morning, and they were saying, oh, I don't know how to cook oatmeal. It just tastes so funny, so I just use the instant. And so something told me to just invite a bunch of ladies over and show them how to cook oatmeal, not the instant, but do it in the pot and show them the technique that I use. And so we ended up having an oatmeal party. And I had all different toppings laid out, nuts, berries, all these different sugars, bananas, just a lot of different toppings. And even some crunchy granola if they wanted that on top. And it was a hit. So I've been really wanting to bring this video to you all so that I can show you the way that I cook my oatmeal and get a lot of that starch off, which is where a lot of the calories, some people may say that's where the nutrients are, but it's up to you. I just like to do this technique. It comes out so good, and my oatmeal tastes, it doesn't have that iron taste. It tastes really clean, really fresh. And like I said, this is a technique that my father taught me. I must have been probably 7 years old when he showed me how to do this. And I've been cooking it like that ever since. And I don't think I did it on my Easy Bake Oven. I talked about learning how to cook on my Easy Bake Oven. If you go into the section where it tells you a little bit about me and how I got started cooking, I talk about cooking on my Easy Bake Oven. So this is one thing that I didn't cook on my Easy Bake Oven, but I wish that I had that Easy Bake Oven right to this day. I got my first Easy Bake Oven when I was about 4. And had I held on to it or didn't lose it, I would have had it for 62 years. I'm 63 now. So if I had have held on to it, it would have been an heirloom. Anyway, I'm going to get you guys back down in the pot so you can see what the oatmeal looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and put the types of sugar sweeteners that I like on my oatmeal. And I'm trying these days to eat a little bit more healthier. So I'm not going to be using any of the real sugars. I may use a little bit of honey. Let's come back and I'll show you. All right, so let's go ahead and dish up the oatmeal. I will show you what it looks like after I did that technique. Give it a stir. And you can put butter in it if you want to. I'm going to use some grass-fed butter in mine. And see, it's nice and thin. It's not real thick. Some people like theirs thick. I tend to like mine a little thinner. But the reason why I put my bowl on top of my pot and let it finish steaming off that way is because I normally put milk in mine. And if you do this, when you put the milk, the oatmeal will stay really, really hot. That's another tip. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my spoon. And let's get some butter. And like I said, I'm using some grass-fed butter. Let's take just a little bit. About the size of my thumb is what I'm putting in there. And this is part of my my meal plan that I'm doing to try to eat healthier. All right, so I am going to put just a couple shakes of the vanilla, sugar, cinnamon on top. And I'm going to drizzle just a little bit of honey. And I didn't have any berries that were fresh. So, don't have any berries. And I'm really not going to eat any berries this morning. All right, so there you have it. This is my oatmeal, the way that Peggy cooks it. And I hope you guys will try this technique and see if you like it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and raise you guys up so we can taste our oatmeal. Okay, remember your bowl is really hot because we put it on top of the pot. Okay, let's give it a taste. See, it's really, really hot. Perfect. I didn't go overboard with the sugar. The butter is really, really good. I encourage you guys to try grass-fed butter. It has a really, really wonderful taste. Let's try it again. Nice and hot. And that little bit of honey, it sweetens it just right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off camera so I can eat my breakfast. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. If you have anything that you want me to cook, please leave it in the comment section. If you want some healthy meals, You want some 30-minute meals, whatever it is that you guys may want. Just leave me a message and I'll get to that and do just what you guys want me to do. These videos are made for you guys. I love doing this for you. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any meals that are coming out of my kitchen, so that you'll be notified every time. And please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. I love you guys. Bye.